Our mind is capable enough to find out how we can do something in ample of different ways. Considered that you know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Many leaders, they don't know where they're going.
Yes, that I agree with.
The goal is not clear. Once the goal is clear, if plan A is not working, plan B comes in. Plan B is not working, plan C comes in. C is not working, D comes in. And after D, you call your employees and you sit with them and say, 4 plans of mine didn't work. Tell me what will work.
Right.
Because our mind is, you had 4 plans. Maybe I have 4 different plans to go to Vancouver.
It's interesting you say that, Nitin, because it makes me think about this concept of Jim Collins, who wrote Good to Great, when he talked about the genius of and, which is this idea that it doesn't have to be one thing, like a plane, the obvious one that I said, or a train, or an automobile. It could be a different way of looking at it. It could be this and this. It could be 2 opposing ideas. One is getting there early, and one is getting there the day you need to get there and risking it. It's very interesting. That's a great example. And I would also say I agree with you that leaders struggle with it. And by the way, I understand why. This isn't a criticism. I've been a leader, and I have not been perfect either in my career. Leaders are very busy. They have a lot. We ask a lot of leaders. We ask a lot of employees. We ask a lot of leaders. And so this notion that you're saying about having multiple plans is ideal, and I also think is reasonable, but it's difficult. And you've got to, again, make that commitment. And we get caught up being in the busyness of the day, the busyness of business, that we forget that we can do this and we could do this.
And our employees can have better plans than us.
Yes, they
can
absolutely can. And we forget that. I worked for a company that had manufacturing, and they were struggling with some quality issues. And they brought in consultants and spent millions of dollars to try to figure out what the issue was. And by the time I joined the company, I partnered with HR and we did our own little investigation. And what we found out was many of the same things that the consultants found out. But we also found out that one of the key issues was that many employees, particularly those in other countries, even though the materials have been translated, many employees didn't understand the SOPs. There were these big binders with step-by-step to produce these products, and many of them didn't understand it. Which begs the question, when they were first developed, did we go to the employees and say, hey Nitin, you're on the front line making this product, we've created this binder for you to follow, could you read it and tell me if it makes sense for you? Would you like us to make some changes, the way we organized it or categorized it or write it out and explain it? But we don't. We have people who are developing the SOPs 10,000, 20,000 miles away in a boardroom who then hand them out to people around the world and say, here they are, go and follow them.
Again,
employees, to your point.
Connection.
Ask them. Often the people who are doing the work, who are closest to the work, have the best ideas about how to make things faster, more efficient, cheaper. Pick your adjective. They often are the ones who are least paid and most junior, but we forget that they've got the ideas. They know their work environment better than we do. So to your point, why not just ask them?